Republic launches a lightning strike into a remote ghost nebula to control the strategic system of Umbara.
Okay, cool, but why exactly is it so strategic? As long as we're doing this expositional narration, why can't we also fully explain the reason behind this supposedly important planet's supposed importance? Also, narration.
Masters Krell and Tin will be supporting my troops in the south, while Anakin's battalion comes in from the north and takes out enemy reinforcements.
Why are they discussing their invasion plan right before attacking instead of well in advance? Do the military officers in this army not know how to military?
Cody and I will be 12 clicks to your south.
The only time we see the 212th Attack Battalion during this entire 4-episode arc is when the 501st is ordered to attack them without either battalion's knowledge. My point is that it would have been super cool to see the 212th in action, but we don't, and it makes me sad.
Does my battalion have to do everything?
Fucking Anakin.
There's a lot of service fire.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell.
They ain't got nothing we can't handle, sir.
Comical dramatic timing is comical and dramatic. Also, this is the only gunship we see in this initial attack that gets shot down. It actually doesn't seem that bad. Okay, the way that the music dies out and we see the landing parties offloading from the gunships for the initial attack, paired with the intensity of the battle and the voices of the clones, is top-notch stuff, especially coming from an animated kids show. Remove one sin, you incredible bastard. How are these gunships all able to land without catching any fire? I get that we just saw a bunch of the cannons get destroyed, but surely the technologically advanced militia has more cannons than that, right? Why does Rex use these pistols during an open field battle like this? Wouldn't it be way more practical for him to use a rifle for more range? Holy shit, I was right. There were more cannons this entire time. So why weren't these guys shooting at the gunships when they were landing? Did the Umbarans want the hostile invasion force to kill them?
Don't stray too far! The enemy could have the whole place rigged with traps!
That actually brings up a good point. The Umbaran militia set up cannons, but they didn't set up any mines or other explosive traps. Why not? It would have made so much sense to plant explosives throughout this entire field to thin out the clones. Also, speaking of explosives, why aren't the Umbarans using their very effective fighters? We see them being used effectively in a later episode, so why didn't they just use them here?
That's not right.
I'm sorry, but I have to remove a sin for that.
Get some rest.
Thank you, sir. I'm fine.
Fucking dogma. How can the clones not hear the loud noise that this thing is making? Are they all deaf? Also, why didn't the clones have scouts to cover their flank? They could have been warned of an ambush from behind. I swear, if I was in charge of the clone army, the war would have been over after a week. If the clones can call in an airstrike, why can't the Umbarans?
General Krell's here? Something big must be going on.
From the way they talk about Krell, it seems like he has a big reputation amongst the clones, and yet this is the first time we've ever heard of him. It would have been really cool if we had heard his name in a previous episode, and then the payoff was here, where he officially gets introduced. But alas, they missed that opportunity.
I find it very interesting, Captain, that you are able to recognize the value of honor for a clone.
That's racist.
Your flattery is duly noted, but it will not be rewarded.
Fucking Krell.
It's because I do things by the book, and that includes protocol.
By the book protocol really isn't a bad thing like the show is suggesting. I mean, just look at real-life militaries. Obviously when Krell goes full dickhead and starts getting his troops killed on purpose, that's bad, obviously. But having strict protocol in and of itself is not a bad thing.
Quicken that pace, battalion. This isn't some training course on Camino.
Childish insult is childish. What a badass.
We can do this. Let's take him.
Was the only character trait listed for Hardcase likes to kill shit?
All's this down. So's Ringo.
Oh no, how will the Beatles ever recover from this? Why weren't they using this thing from the start? They could have been scanning for mines this entire time and avoided losing men, but they decided that they didn't feel like it? Damn, Fives is a fucking badass too. Away with the sin.
Can't be good.
What an astute observation.
Feeble-minded clones.
That's racist. How does Hardcase stand here completely out in the open with no cover and not get hit? Are the Umbarans secretly stormtroopers?
CT-7567. Do you have a malfunction in your design?
What a dick.
If I may address your accusation, I followed your orders, even in the face of a plan that was, in my opinion, severely flawed. A plan that cost us men, not clones, men!
Okay, I know I've taken off a bunch of sins already, but I love seeing Rex stand up for his troops, and this little speech is really well written, so remove another one I shall.
I think he almost complimented you. It's hard to tell. Incoming!
Dramatic timing of the missile is dramatic.
Oz is down. So's Ringo.
Who?